As a former athlete, I don't take these moments for granted. To sit down with an active athlete, one of the best athletes of our generation, and one of their biggest moments. Aaron Rodgers spent the last 18 years in Green Bay doing the same thing over and over again, and also leading the way and being one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen, and certainly, in my eyes, the greatest thrower of the football. So to be able to get this opportunity to sit down with him in his first sit-down interview as a Jet means a lot to me, and it means a lot to the platform. This is Paper Route on the Go. Enjoy this quick conversation. I wanted to learn from you, right? I think there's a lot of perceptions out there. There's a lot of stories about who you are on the field, off the field. So my first question for you is, who are you? and really go deep, right? Because I feel like you have so much to give to us, right? And I just want to hear and learn.
Well, for some of the stories that are out there, I would say I'm not who some of you think I am. I'm a searcher. I'm a deep thinker. I love to learn. I love to challenge myself, to go deeper, to stand in the uncomfortability of life and see what my new edge can be. I'm interested in a lot of different things. Obviously, I hosted Jeopardy. I've done ayahuasca. I've played football for 18 years. I have kind of all over the place, but I don't have it figured out by any means. But I'm searching. I'm looking. I'm listening, and trying to figure out the best path for me. Trying to do it with as much authenticity as possible, as much integrity as possible, but I'm learning. I think always making mistakes, trying to learn from my mistakes, trying to grow, trying to expand my horizon, trying to find my community, trying to hone in on those really important people in my life and pour into those people, surround myself with great people, but just learning as I go, making mistakes, picking myself up, trying to do better next time.
In 2011, I spent 3 months in an outpatient program at McLean Hospital, the #2 psychiatric hospital in the world. And I learned a lot. That was the first time I read a book. It was a book on mindfulness. I was in dialectical behavior therapy, self-assessment, mentalization therapy. And really, that's when my world started to transform. I started reading more, searching for more. And what I found a couple years after that was this conflict between evolving as a human being and a football player, right? Like when you start to evolve and you start to learn, you start like, damn, like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I never forget sitting here in the wide receivers room. Matt Forte and I would go through a daily devotion every single morning, be the first ones in. And one morning I started crying. And I started crying, breaking down, and this was in the prime of my career, 1,500-yard season, all-pro year. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm sitting here catching balls for a living when I could be making the world better. And I had that conflict.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where the growth happens, because you have to reassess why you're doing what you're doing.
Right.
And it could be in a ceremony. It could be out and about. It could be at a low point, at a high point. That's happened, I think, to anybody who's been on that path of growth. Because the growth mindset doesn't stay stagnant. So you're always trying to better yourself.
Yeah.
And it's not that you lack that you're constantly complacent. I think it's a satisfaction where you're at, but just a gnosis and knowing that there's more for you. And for me, I've definitely had those thoughts many times. I think doing a difficult plant medicine ceremony takes you to that point of what is my purpose, what am I doing, why am I doing it, and is this really what I want to do? And at the end of the day, it's got to be something that you're passionate about, that you love, that you enjoy, and that you feel like you're making a difference. And that gives you that the perspective to keep doing what you're doing. And I think it's an important spot for all of us. I think people who are trying to better themselves and to really care about making the world a better place sometimes can look at football and go, what am I doing?
Right.
Am I wasting time? Where I could be doing something else. But the fact is that I've found is you can really make a difference here. You can make a difference in somebody's life, who can then make a difference in somebody else's life, and the web that can stretch out. You can inspire people. You entertain people. I mean, there's something beautiful about being able to be a change-up in a rough week for someone to come and relax and watch a game or have a couple beers or whatever it is, to just be for a few hours and to be entertained. I think there's something really special about that, and I love that opportunity. I also love the opportunity to learn and grow and to learn my teammates and to inspire them and to talk to them about anything that can help them be a better person and a better player, and tell them my mistakes and help them to be better than I was at a young age. I think that's really important, and that's why I'm still doing this, because I live for the relationships, the friendships that can last a lifetime, the impactful moments, a single conversation that can impact somebody, because I know as a young person there were so many of those conversations that made a difference for my life path trajectory. And I'm thankful for each one of those men who spoke into my life during that time. And now I can, as the older guy, I can be the one to have those conversations with people and hopefully make a difference.
So this next question is going to lead me into a big question that everyone has, right? So the first part of it is, do you still struggle with that? It's like that conflict of investing so much time in ball when you could be learning other things, you could be searching for more. Do you still have that type of conflict?
Of course. But I really trust in the universal signs and synchronicities. And when they're all pointing and speaking in a certain direction, I just have to trust that this is the path I'm supposed to be on. And from the moment I got out of the darkness, this was the signs and synchronicities that were happening in my life, was that this opportunity was going to be something really special. And I was going to have a super growth opportunity for me personally, the opportunity to impact the people in my life, in my direct circle, the new friends I'm going to make in this fan base, and to be a part of something really special. So I just have to trust what I'm seeing around me, that this is where I'm supposed to be.
So when you answer those questions as far as how much longer you're going to play, because I had the opportunity with RX3, the 7-on-7 tournament, and I've seen something I've never seen before. And I've been around some amazing guys. I played on some amazing, well, I wouldn't say amazing teams.
Amazing guys.
Amazing guys, though.
Definitely. You mentioned one of them, Forte.
Right.
Forte, awesome dude.
100%. In this tournament, bro, I was talking a lot of trash to you, and you got super competitive. It was fun. T.O. came out. It was fun, but it was competitive. Yeah. I played safety, and I was trying to pick you off. I've never seen a quarterback drop back, look to the left, and throw a no-look pass 40 yards down the field, right? So physically, you can still do it at a high level. I say, and I think a lot of people say, I'm the only one, that you're the best, the greatest thrower of the football that our game has ever seen. How much longer are you playing? Because I like, from a football standpoint, I mean, you're him, right? And I asked that question because you say, like, I'm just taking it day to day, I'm just here in the moment.
I think, well, it's important to do both. I think it's important to really think about where you're at in the moment and be present, because I think I need to be present for my team, coaching staff, the organization. That's really important. But as long as it's fun. I think we play this game since we were kids, and it's a business. It's an incredible profession. It's a really tough business. So when it starts to feel like a job and not a fun game, there's probably time to walk away. But right now, it's still fun. It's still something that gets me up in the morning, that gets me excited about putting the time in, that gets me excited about the next chapter, this journey that we're going to go on. So as long as it's fun, I'm going to keep playing.
Super Bowl or bust?
Listen, I think that it should be that way for every team that has high expectations. I think that's what you want. You want to be a part of a fan base, an organization that believes that we need to win every single year. That's how it was in Green Bay every year. We felt like, we had a chance to win it, and that was the only ending that was acceptable for the fans. I think you enjoy those expectations. You wouldn't want it the other way. There's some teams around the league who just say, hey, let's win 8 games, or let's get to the playoffs. You want to be a part of an organization and a fan base that says, hey, let's go win this thing.
Last thing, I really appreciate your time. I know everyone's pulling on you right now. You got to pick one. This is how we're going to end this show, paper route, okay? So you have Malibu or Honolulu. Pick one.
Malibu.
Okay. Jordy Nelson or Devontae Adams. You got to pick one.
Oh, man, that's tough. I'm gonna say Devontae is still playing.
Bro, Jordy was so.
I know.
Ah!
Incredible.
Okay, you have ayahuasca
Okay.
or the darkness retreat.
Ayahuasca, definitely.
Okay, that's it. Appreciate you.
Darkness, you don't see anybody. You don't see anything. In the Aya ceremony, there's time off. You get to see people. You get to hug people. You get to share. Way better.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, bud.